and everyone was in shock. Apparently, the mom had fed her daughter tapeworm eggs to make her lose weight to get into a pageant. The award for Mom of the Year definitely goes to her.
She think just because she built like a twig means her daughter gotta be built like a twig too, bro. Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Marco Polo back at y'all here with another video, and as you guys can see, today we have a very special video. So today we'll be reacting to Untold Stories of the ER. You guys already know when it comes to TLC, I am a TLC fanatic. We already reacted to 60 Days In, we did 600 Pound Life, we did To Catch a Predator, we did Beyond Scared Straight. If you guys didn't see my recent reaction, we just reacted to My Strange Addictions, and today we have Untold Stories of the ER. So if you guys have never heard of this show, basically people go through the craziest things in this world. From all the shows that we've watched so far, you guys can already see that. So when people get hurt in the most craziest ways or whatever the case may be, they end up going to the ER, and apparently these are the most craziest things that happen inside the ER. Whether people end up swallowing, you know, a piece of metal, whether people put a penny in their ears, whether a person takes a knife and he accidentally puts it in his stomach. I don't know what the case may be, but that's why we're watching this video, to find out. Once again, thank you guys so much for getting me to 20k subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough, man. This happened like literally, it seems like it happened overnight. Thank you guys so much for getting me to 20k, and now the goal is 100k, man. So if you're watching this video right now and you are not subscribed, please, my brother, what are you doing, man? Like, why would you not want to be subscribed? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. But all right, guys, that's enough talking. Let's jump straight into the reaction.
One of the craziest untold ER stories.
Talk to me.
Moms who feed their kids with tapeworms to
real
zombies and vampires who drink from humans. TLC has some
zombies
of
and
the most bizarre
vampires
shows on Earth. We share with you the craziest, unbelievable, and most ridiculous scenes to ever feature on the channel. Right before we begin, tap the subscribe button for more of this content. 10.
Come on, talk to me.
There are crazy people in this world, and then there's Taffy's mom. She brought her daughter to the ER after she was complaining about a stomachache. Her mother was so dramatic, shouting all over the place and demanding for medical help. The nurses were horrified by the drastic reaction and just wanted to treat the girl and have her leave. When the nurses couldn't figure out exactly what was going on, she started shouting and causing a scene until a cute male nurse appeared. The woman shamelessly started flirting with the young man while her daughter was right there, writhing in pain.
Yo, L mom.
To get an ultrasound to check the girl's tummy, but they couldn't find anything, so they had to use a CT scan. It didn't show a baby, but it did show there was something inside her intestines. Taffy went to use the bathroom, but didn't come out. She locked herself in and started screaming. Everyone rushed to see what was going on, and they had to use a master key to break in. When they finally opened the door, they were faced with the most disgusting thing they had ever seen in their lives.
Okay, I'm gonna take a guess. Either one, she gave birth to aliens. Number two, she gave birth to something that's not a baby. Or number three, well, there really is no number three, you know what I'm saying?
A bowl full of tapeworms. The mom started apologizing, saying, "I'm so sorry, honey. It was only meant to make you look skinnier." And everyone was in shock. Apparently, the mom had fed her daughter tapeworm eggs to make her lose weight to get into a pageant. The award for Mom of the Year definitely goes to her.
She think just because she built like a twig means her daughter gotta be built like a twig too, bro. What, bro? You see, as I say, so many, bro. We've been watching so many videos of L mothers. This is another example of an L mom, bro.
This has to be the craziest thing this hospital has ever witnessed. Get ready to be completely shocked. 9.
Crazy.
Save the sharks.
Right,
everyone in this hospital thought it was April Fool's Day when a patient came into the hospital with a shark still attached to his hip. He came in a floater-like thing full of bloody water, and the shark was still very much alive, biting into his thigh. This was no ordinary shark attack. The patient wanted to save both his life and the shark's life. He even told the doctors not to give him painkillers yet, as the medicine would seep into the shark's system and affect him. So the doctors and nurses had to figure out.
I don't know if this guy is I don't know if he's a kind-hearted guy or if he's just stupid, bro. Like, bro, what? Because Lord knows if I had a shark biting me, I'm doing everything to get that shark the fuck up off me. I don't care about how he feel. But he fully brought the whole floaty to the hospital just because he didn't want the shark to get injured. Nah, I don't know if he's a good-hearted guy or if he's just stupid.
Quick, they had no time left as the young man would have gotten into shock and died at any point. So one had to apply pressure and the doctor had to try to open the shark's teeth so it would let go. Whatever they did didn't work. The man wasn't even worried that he was losing so much blood. He was more concerned with ensuring the shark had enough salty water. He passes out shortly after. Gladly, the conservationist shows up, but nothing they try works. Just when they were about to give up, the patient gets up in shock and yanks the shark off his leg. It goes flying onto the floor and the conservationists rush to save its leg.
Finally, bro!
As if there was now 2 patients in the room, but one wasn't human. Glad they both made it. 8.
It took him having to go into shock for him to open up his eyes and get that shark the fuck up off him, bro.
Live zombie. It's Halloween and this zombie was dropped off by 2 friends who have no idea what's
it's a Walking Dead zombie.
While doctors are trying to solve the case, things go from bad to worse for the patient. Whenever the doctor would lift up one of his arms, the other would simultaneously go up. The zombie wouldn't respond to any questions and had this blank face on. Out of the blue, he gets up and out of nowhere tries to attack the doctor. They manage to calm him down, change his clothes, and remove his crazy contacts. An hour and a half later, and none of his symptoms match any disease pattern. Finally, one of his friends who brought him in shared some information about what was going on. Apparently, he was pretty sick from a cough before he went to the party. Being really blind, he must have taken more than the recommended dose of his cough syrup. This was the reason why he was acting the way he was.
Ain't no cough syrup doing that to you.
Get the zombie back to life. Tap the like button if you didn't know cough syrup could turn you into a zombie. More zombies coming up. This one happened.
Bro, don't rappers and stuff drink like cough syrup all the time? None of them was turning into fucking zombies, bro. What's going on? I don't know what cough syrup he was taking, but it's clearly not the same one the rappers be taking.
To be a real one. Grab some popcorn for this. 7. Came back to life. Dr. Myers was forced to share information that no doctor ever wants to share. At this point, there was nothing else left to do. They couldn't save Mia's mom, and he had to deliver the news to her. It was one of the hardest things he has ever had to do. There's nothing quite as hard as sharing this news. She got into denial and started sobbing right after. Mia asked to see her mom, and it was the most heartbreaking scene. Dr. Myers had to leave her to grieve alone and was forced to tend to another patient. A few minutes later, a nurse came rushing to the desk, looking like a trapped deer. The news he gave him shook him to the core. I don't think she is dead. With those words, they rushed to the patient and confirmed she was indeed alive. She was dead according to all medical criteria, so how was this even possible? The patient had suffered from a collapsed lung, and they had to act fast so that she didn't die again, this time for real.
She said, it's not my day.
Got back to normal,
she said, today is not my day.
Unresponsive. The doctor thought she would die soon or be in a permanent vegetative state. Miraculously, after 3 weeks, she came back to life fully and was back to 100% normalcy. This to him was a miracle that went against all medical laws.
She feeling like Jesus.
Especially
she resurrecting from the dead and shit. She feeling like Jesus.
Emily had been staying at her friend's house for the past few days before she was brought to the ER. She was unresponsive and sort of acted like a zombie. When doctors examined her, they found she was hypothermic, which means her body temperature was too low, close to a dead person's. When she was asked by the doctor if she had consumed any food or water in the past 24 hours, she responded by saying, "I don't need to eat. I am already dead." The doctor was shocked. Never in his years of practice had he ever heard a patient tell him that she is dead.
Because I'm dead.
That's just weird.
Look at his face.
She wanted to leave the hospital. Being 18 years of age,
look at his face. He like, hold on, what? He's like, in my whole 50 years on this earth, or 60 years, however old that man is, he said, I have never heard nothing like that.
She wanted to leave the hospital. Being 18 years of age, she had the right to decide, so he made a deal with her that she would have a meal and he would discharge her. The patient was going through a mental disorder referred to as Cotard delusion, or walking corpse syndrome, so he gave her dad a contact of the best psychiatrist he knew. This syndrome was so serious that it caused people to jump off buildings thinking they wouldn't get hurt, as they believed they are already deceased. He had a feeling the poor girl would be back at the hospital, but he kept his hopes up that the psychiatrist would help. Soon after a week, she was back. She bumped into the emergency room where she was being treated, but unfortunately, she flatlined. Seeing this, the doctor jumped into action. He still believed he could save the poor girl's life despite already being classified to be dead by another doctor. A miracle happened. She came back to life. She was discharged from the hospital the next day. Emily was still at risk due to her medical condition and would end up in the ER again. Well, she was back, but this time she looked so healthy, vibrant, and
yo, that's her? Bro, she gotta be in top 10 glow-ups of all time, bro. She went from looking like a emo goth zombie to looking like a beautiful lady with, a career ahead of her. Okay, I'm proud of her. Let's clap it up for her real quick. I forgot her name, but let's clap it up for her, man. And she was only 18, so that means she's still very young. She's probably only like 21, 22 years old now. Like, okay.
The shrink had helped her. 2 vampires showed up at the hospital. One is fatally ill, and the other is scary. Will the doctors run or save his life? Find out next. 5. A vampire show at the hospital. First of all, Mike had so many bruises all over his body. His girlfriend also had bruises all over her body.
Yo,
when the doctor asked him
fighting?
what he felt, he said, "I feel like a vampire." They had both been sucking blood off of each other.
Yo.
The 2 went crazy and chased the nurse away when she tried to get more blood from him. Things got too insane and they had to get someone to run a psychiatric evaluation. When the psychiatrist arrived and asked him to take off his glasses, he almost ran out screaming. His eyes were orange-yellowish, and he wasn't wearing any contact lenses. Could he be a real vampire? The nurse recalls feeling as though she was in a nightmare, but they couldn't run. After running some tests, they found
I was gonna say, like, maybe when these people be thinking that they're vampires and they're sucking blood out of each other and stuff, they probably just off some drugs, you know what I'm saying? Like some little meth, some K2, you know what I'm saying? Something that makes their brain trip out. But then bro got the orange and yellow eyes, bro. He is indeed a vampire, like on some Twilight, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what's going on?
Out that he had Wilson's disease. It is a disease that causes excess copper deposits in the eyes, creating the orange color change and pale vampire-appearing skin. Yikes. What would you do if you found out your husband was having an affair with your best friend on your wedding night? 4. Crazy bridesmaid.
What?
A maid of honor who was drunk in love was rushed to the ER after she started choking on her own vomit. Apparently, she had been in love with her best friend's groom, and she had wanted to get married to him instead. She had caused a scene at the wedding by professing her love for the groom at the rather large reception. In an act of rebellion, or to get attention, she chugged a whole bottle of whiskey in the middle of the dance floor. She literally started vomiting all over the hospital floor when her body started absorbing the vomit into her lungs, making this theatrical scene.
First of all, why did he just take it? Bro said like this. He said, "Give it all to me right now." Bro, why did he just accept it? Look.
She literally started vomiting all over the hospital floor when her body started absorbing the vomit into her lungs, making this theatrical scene an emergency. The rest of the bridal party came in to check if Brielle was okay. Once she was out of risk, they started partying and popping champagne in the waiting area until they were stopped. Shortly after, the bride storms in. Apparently, her new husband had left her in the reception and had gone to look after the maid of honor in the hospital. Things didn't end well as she stormed off, throwing the ring at him.
Oh, I thought she had a gun. Imagine she would have said,
happens to be one of the most shocking stories in history. 3. Miracle Baby. In the middle of the night at about 2 o'clock a.m., Caitlin started cramping really bad. At about 5 a.m., the pain got really bad but still wouldn't allow her husband to take her to the hospital. Her husband left for work, leaving her alone at home. The pain got even worse. She decided to take a bath, and that is when she got the urge to push. She thought her body was pushing out her organs, and that is when she gave birth to Jason Grant Jr. All this time, she had been pregnant, but because she was still getting her regular period, it hadn't occurred to her that this was even possible. She was rushed to the hospital, and her and the baby were...
That gotta be a first time ever. She was pregnant. First of all, you gotta be pregnant for 9 months in order to be able to push out the baby, right? So that means she was pregnant for the whole 9 months, but the whole time she was getting her period. So how, like, huh? I don't know, man.
We're completely fine. Thanks for watching, and have an excellent day.
That's it? I could have sworn I was up to like number 3 or something. Yeah, like, what? Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you like the video, drop a like on the video. Leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what else you guys want me to react to. Also, hit that subscribe button. Let's roll to 30K right now, man. Let's get to 30K. You know what I'm saying? By March. Let's get to 30K by March. Also, guys, don't forget to go follow the Twitch. The link is down in the description. Twitch.tv/MarcoPoloReacts. Let's get to 100 followers over there so I could do my first ever Twitch stream. That is enough for today's video, and I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace out.